What's up, carnivores? Who here wants to upgrade their Pit Boss Pro Series vertical smoker? I do. Today we're going to be installing the ChefsTemp ProTemp S1 into our Pit Boss so we can have improved monitoring of our cooks and improved control over our meat probes. So let's go ahead and show you how we're going to do that. I think it's actually going to be pretty simple, which is, what they advertise. They say that you can smarten your grill in a snap, and so let's see how it works. First thing we gotta do, open it up, and then there is a little bolt right here on the back of the Pit Boss emblem. I'm gonna take that off, pull that out. See how easy that was? Then it's just a matter of taking this off, this wing nut. It's got a washer on there. Take that off. So this is a temperature thermostat here. It's going to help us to monitor the internal chamber temp as well. And you can make this even easier by taking this off, setting it aside, make it a little easier to handle. Slide that through the hole, put your washer on, and thread your wing nut. Make sure you don't be too aggressive with your tightening because this is tempered glass that you're tightening onto and you don't want to cause it some sort of a crack. Then all we got to do is shut the door. We install this like that and we turn it on. Now we're getting a clear reading of our chamber temp, and we're also getting readings from our probes that we've got here. There's a button right here for your channel. You can also change between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, so with this thing, you've got water resistance, so you can use it on your outside units. It's not going to be bothered by the heat. You've got smart temperature control. If you're using their Brizos fan, you can customize all of your alerts to let you know when different things are happening during the cook. You reach the temp that you want to wrap, or you reach the temp that you want to rest, or you reach the temp that you want to end the rest. And it's Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connected, so you get to monitor it from anywhere in the world. ChefsTemp ProTemp S1. So you can see that everything's functioning as it should here. Our internal on our channel 1 currently reading 81 degrees because it's sitting outside. The inside of my chamber is sitting at 82. Battery life is full. We've got all of our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connected. Everything's functioning exactly as it should. Yeah, so you just go into your app and it's going to show the ambient temperature of your chamber, all 3 probes, what they're currently reading. You can go in to each one if you want. You can set up your cook. You can do a custom cook. You can, if you've already done a custom cook, you can save it, use a previous cook. But let's go for pork, roast, butt. I'm going to adjust that to 204 degrees. I'm going to start our cook. It's showing me that where I need to insert, how I need to insert it, so it makes it all real clear. And then we'll go into our second probe. I'm going to set up the cook, pork. I'm going to do 2 probes in this Boston butt. It's already got that saved as something I like. We'll start that cook. We got it. Go into the third one, and we're going to be sliding this into a rack of spare ribs. So we're going to go set up the cook, pork, other, rib, and let's just go to 198 on this, and we'll probe it at that point in time, see how it's doing. Got it. Just like that, we're all ready for our cook. What y'all think about me firing up this Pit Boss? It's been a while since y'all seen this. I'm pretty pumped about it. I cleaned it up yesterday, got some fresh pellets in it, fired up, no problems. Don't forget to open your door. Don't want to blast our S1 out across here. All right, let's get to prepping this meat. right, so just like that, we've got our meat prepped. Now what we gotta do is close our smoker up, let it come up to temp, and we'll be putting this stuff in the smoker after about 10 minutes of sweat on time. It's gonna go well. While our chamber's coming up to temp, we're gonna come down here to a thicker portion on these ribs, and we're gonna go right down in between the bones. So we'll just guide that down in through there. I'm gonna make sure and get that probe inserted up to the line so that you don't have to worry about any sort of heat damage. Of course, we're gonna be cooking this all today at 250 degrees. Y'all know it's hot out here when the camera quits on you because it's too hot. So y'all smash that like for me. Subscribe to the channel knowing I'm out here working in conditions that the camera can't even function in. Had to stop, let it cool down. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our meat probes in. We're gonna put one in on this end at the thicker portion of this Boston butt, making sure not to hit the bone. And then we're gonna come down on this end, make sure not to hit the bone, making sure to get those probes up to the line. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for our pit boss to come on up to temp. Now I know that some of you in the past have had issues about wondering whether your pit boss chamber temp was reading correctly. So this gives us a secondary readout. Currently, the S1 has the chamber temp up here at the top at around 216 degrees, and the pit boss is reading around 210. And so they're at slightly different positions in the chamber, so that gives you a better idea of what it is going on in between those 2 points. So it's a great secondary check. We're gonna let this go ahead and come on up to about 250 degrees, and then we'll be putting the Boston butt and the ribs into the chamber. This also gives you a good idea of what you're starting with. I've had that Boston butt out of the freezer and in my refrigerator for like 3 days, and the current internal temperature of it is still at 32 degrees. See, on the far end it's below freezing, so I'm surprised at that because it's saying it's still frozen. And then on our channel 3, our ribs sitting outside like this have made it up to 50 degrees. So that's just cool to know. You can stop it on whichever one you want to continuously watch. So far everything's going great. All right, so our chamber is coming up to temp now. The S1 has this at 244 and the pit boss is running at 250. So that's close enough. Now I know some of you are thinking, those ribs are gonna get done before that pork butt. That's exactly right. We are within about 10 to 15 degrees of our desired finishing temp on our ribs. So that means it's time to put some sauce on these bad boys. So let's go ahead, get them out, get them sauced up, get them back into the smoker for just a little while, finish them up, and then it'll be time for the rest. I know they look ready. Yes, 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 look at that. Holy guacamole. Hit them up with a little bit of that sauce, baby. Little sauce on the backside. Just a quick little brushing, just to get that sweet tackiness on there. I don't go as heavy on the back as I do on the front. Make sure you got a nice even coat. Flip them over. A little bit heavier on the top so we get that thick, sticky glaze. Just get a nice thick coat of sauce. That way it can dehydrate a little bit, but still have some stickiness. If you don't go very thick, then what it's gonna do is it's gonna dehydrate a lot and you'll have a sweet layer, but you won't have the sticky, tacky layer that you're looking for. And so, something to keep in mind if you've been having trouble getting that on your ribs. There we go. Let's get them back into the hot box. About another 15 minutes or so and it should be ready to go. Okay, so while we're waiting on that sauce to tack up, just a few more minutes, we're gonna check out my new cool product from ChefsTemp. This is their new barbecue blanket. They call it the Final Rest BBQ Blanket. Cool name. Let's get it out of the package. See what it do. Ooh. Fancy. Feels nice and thick. All right, so this is what we're gonna be resting our ribs and our butt in. Opens up nice and big. Got the, you know, foil looking stuff on the inside that's supposed to be good for insulation. This is thicker than other barbecue blankets that I've used. So it's probably gonna be more insulated. Lots of detail, feels really high quality. We're gonna be resting these ribs in it here in just a minute. I'll leave links for this down in the description of the video. If you haven't already, if you enjoy barbecue content, if you enjoy cooking outside, hit that like for me and subscribe to the channel. Come over to American Smart Carnivores on Facebook. I'm in there every single day. Let's get these ribs out, get them wrapped up. Wow, got a nice flexible rack, beautiful glaze on there. We're just gonna do a quick wrap on these just to keep the sauce from tacking up to the outs to the barbecue blanket. Just a quick little wrap, and we're gonna slide those in there. Let those hang out in there for probably an hour or so. Close this up. If you're looking, you ain't cooking, baby. That's in there ready to go. We'll come back, cut these up after a while. We're gonna let these rest. I'm fixing to go jump into a swimming pool real quick because, man, it's hotter than the devil's pitchfork out here. You know what I'm saying? But these should be good to go. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so I let it go for about an hour and a half. And so we're gonna go ahead and check on these ribs, see how we did. I mean, I know I did good, but you know, the smell coming out of this barbecue blanket is on point, I can tell you that much. We're just gonna check these out. I'm gonna put them back in there. Oh mama, what you talking about? What you talking about? Good Lord Almighty. Let's just get a look at what we did. S1 guiding the cook all the way. The ChefsTemp Final Rest BBQ Blanket holding these ribs for me. Juicy, tender. Let's get a bite to see how that is. This video wasn't as much about how to cook ribs or how to cook Boston butt. We were just checking out that S1, see how it run the cook. Man, my mouth's watering so much. Easy bite. Oh, you're sweet baby Jesus, that's good. Oh, all right, Zach, put it down. Well, that was mine. We're gonna move this up to the oven and just let those hold temp for a little while until our Boston butt is ready. And then we'll be wrapping things up. But according to the ChefsTemp app, as of right now, our Boston butt is about to hit the stall at around 160 degrees, 155 degrees from one end to the other. And so it looks like it's got us at about 3 hours left to cook, 2.5 to 3 hours, give or take. We did have a slight drop in temperature because I let my pellet smoker almost run out of pellets. I did throw an error code, but luckily I caught it pretty quick and the temperature had only dropped down just a little bit. Got some new pellets in there. Everything's going hunky-dory. Y'all can see that on the graph here. All right, guys, so far, very impressed with the performance of the S1, how it's managed the probes, and my new barbecue blanket from ChefsTemp. So if you have any questions about any of these products, let me know. We'll see y'all in a little while when we wrap up this pork butt. All right, so we're gonna see if we can speed up this finish time by doing the old Texas cheat. We're gonna wrap this pork butt up in some foil and see if we can beat this 2.5 hour estimate that we've got. As of right now, we're at 162 on one side, 164 on the other, and everything's looking good, but I just don't feel like waiting, so we're gonna get some foil on this. The old Texas cheat. Hopefully it'll shave about 30 to 45 minutes off of our cook time. Also, since we're not going for smoke penetration anymore, since we've got it wrapped up in heavy duty foil, we're gonna be cranking the temp up to 275. Or if you're cooking on a pit ball, same version, I've got 280. And yes, I do have pellets. Now all I've got to do is just sit back and check my ChefsTemp app every once in a while and see how the S1 is handling everything. Come down when it's ready, and then I'll put it in my Final Rest BBQ Blanket and be good to go. For anybody that's wondering, battery life wise, we've been going most of the day today, and we've only used 1 bar of our battery, so definitely be good for overnight cooks. And everything has just went really smooth. Internal temperature on that pork butt's running 165. Been real pleased so far. Okay, so we just got an alert from the S1 saying remove from heat. That means, 1, that we've gotten up above 200, and 2, that the carryover is going to take it to the desired temp for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it out. We're going to wrap it in another layer of foil to keep it from leaking into the barbecue blanket, and then we're going to wrap this video up. Everything has went really smoothly, except for me forgetting to add some pellets to the pit balls. We get these probes out of here. They have performed really well. For anyone that's curious, this cook took about 10 hours. We are only 1 notch down on the battery. And so, you know, you could definitely do an overnight cook on a full battery, no problem. Just for funsies, let's do a probe tenderness check. It's just falling in there. Almost no tug at all. Just like a butter, baby. And so you can see 202. There's our desired temp right there, 204. Perfect. I will not be shredding this tonight. This video ran a little bit long. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to wrap this up. We're going to let it rest for a while. And then we're just going to chill it off, and tomorrow we'll be taking care of this thing. This wasn't a how to smoke a butt video. This was just to see how the S1 performed, and just so happens that I got me a cool barbecue blanket from ChefsTemp. I'm going to go ahead and get that into the barbecue blanket. The size of this blanket is good. It would hold a brisket, no problem. You could probably put 2 or 3 of these Boston butts in here. Guys, I enjoyed this cook. I enjoyed using the S1. As far as connectivity is concerned, I never lost connection through my internet. It was broadcasting Bluetooth and connected to Wi-Fi the entire day, and the battery still has way far to go. My blanket here worked really well. If you've got any questions about these products or you're interested in them, I will leave links in the comment section down below. Come over to American Smoked Carnivores on Facebook. I'm in there every single day. Thanks for watching. Smoke on, and I'll see y'all in the next video. They need to put a pocket on this thing for the S1. Right there on your barbecue blanket. Just put that in the pocket. Have some little things to put your probes in. One nice rounded package. Yeah, that would be cool. So ChefsTemp, hope you are listening. Let's get a pocket and some little places to stick your probes in here. Have everything together all in one convenient spot.